So, I wanted to just briefly tell you, stick with what you know. You know, whether it's about Trump or it's about Biden or yourself or anyone. You see things, you see somebody say something or do something, and you jump to conclusions about what else they're doing or have done or have said or are thinking. When you don't know, you don't know. You don't know. You don't. But people have accused Hake of being, some of you guys, I think. Is Point Fire in the chat? Shout out to Point Fire. Some of you guys have accused me of being naive for saying, I don't know what Trump has or has not done with regard to this dirty video woman, Stephanie Clifford. People call her Ms. Daniels. Stormy. I don't know. A reported payoff from a rat, the ex-fixer who turned into a rat, that lawyer, not a Christian, who was associated with Trump for a long time, Michael Cohen. Supposedly there was this payoff that he paid her off to be quiet or something like that because she was basically blackmailing. And from way back in like 2005. And so there's all this speculation that he did something, and you don't know. You don't know. But you've called me the naive one because you think you know, but you don't know. And so I say I don't know. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm not saying he did. For one, I don't even care. Who are you that you even care? I remember I got into a debate with, or really it was an argument. Don't get into an argument. I got sucked in to this ego battle with this chat tard. Shout out. For over the Stormy thing, because I quoted Trump as saying, I'm not a vulgar person. I don't call him meatball. I don't call him that. I don't call him meatball Ron, because I'm not a vulgar person, and that's sort of vulgar. And that's true. Trump doesn't present himself in a vulgar way. Yeah, maybe he cusses now and then. A man sometimes, there's a time for cussing every now and then in the right situation. It's authority words. And he did that locker room talk way back in the 2005 Access Hollywood tape. Locker room talk. But where was I going with this? But I refuse to pretend I know what happened, and I don't care. Who are you that you care? Oh yeah, I was getting into this ego battle with this person. I said, he's not a vulgar person. Well, he said that he's not a vulgar person, and I like that line. It's a great line. I don't call him Ron DeSantis, right? I don't call him Meatball Ron because he's Italian. And so Italians make meatballs, spaghetti and meatballs. It's an Italian dish. And so they call him Meatball Ron. But I don't call him that either. But Trump says, I don't call him that because I'm not a vulgar person. And then somebody jumped on me. Is Stormy Daniels vulgar? Well, yeah, Stormy Daniels is vulgar. She's openly, shamelessly a dirty video woman. And I prefer her name, Stephanie Clifford. That's her real name. Because it's vulgar to even repeat that name. And permanently fix it with something Trump may or may not have done way back in 2005, almost 20 years ago. Like it's your business. You know what I mean? What's wrong with you that you care? That you're judging him as vulgar based on something that he did in 2005. I bet there's stuff that you've done in 2005 and you wouldn't want to be considered a vulgar person for it. Meaning, we all have done vulgar things, but you present yourself in the right way. That's why I appreciate Bill Cosby, because he presented himself, no matter what he was doing behind the scenes, he presented himself in a as a good example, quote unquote. You don't let it all hang out like they think it's real to let it all hang out. The woman thinking people, oh, I'm just being my authentic self. The hippies said, let it all hang out, right? Something like that. Be ugly, be dirty, be all S-word jewel. That woman who got awards from West Hollywood. West Hollywood was one of like the gay capital of LA County, I guess you would call it. Or maybe of SoCal, Southern California. Maybe of the West Coast. Maybe not as much as San Fran. But this dirty video woman got awards from West Hollywood. They got like the key to the city. She and that, what Tucker Carlson called the creepy porn lawyer. Sorry, kids, ladies. Michael Avenatti, whatever his name was. And they started fighting amongst each other. Stephanie Clifford the big red dog, and this this lawyer / liar, dirty guy, openly vulgar, openly, shamelessly, promoting it as fine and right. That's not good. So I say you're a blind, judgmental hypocrite if you're judging Trump over something that you don't even know to be true. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? And same thing with Crooked Joe. Crooked Joe, openly nasty, vulgar, promoting the LGBT agenda to kids, promoting the so-called same-sex marriage and all that stuff, promoting the fake notion that the Republicans are racist. I wish that they were doing stuff that people called racist, because most of the time when you're called racist, you're just standing on being nationalist, basically. You're standing on common sense, something that everybody does or should be allowed to do, you know? Telling the truth, stuff like that. Being honest. Being a freedom of association. Being a normal American. So Joe Biden is vulgar for those things. But they say, oh, Creepy Joe's, or Crooked Joe, we call him. Because Trump called him Crooked Joe. He took Crooked Hillary away. Now she's beautiful Hillary. And now it's Crooked Joe. His daughter allegedly wrote something strange. Some of you guys have reminded me. I forgot about that. And Biden's all over affectionate, like an oppressive mama spirit, touchy-feely with the children. With the mama spirit that possesses him. That's all you know. Those two things are all you know. Such and such allegedly wrote something. Ashley Biden, right? And then you see this sick stuff. And then, of course, he's a evil liberal. Which in itself is kind of perverted. But that's all you know. You don't know, nor should you speculate that he did something behind the scenes or does stuff or does this or that or did this or that with anyone. Young or old. Have a disciplined mind. That's my little spiel. Isn't that nice? Stick with what you know, I say. You'll notice that in relationships between men and women, young and younger people, they get all in their imaginations about each other and start speculating about each other and think that, oh, things are coming together, that I'm making all these connections, and they're interpreting things that they saw in the past that seemed benign, and now they see something negative about it. And maybe partly it was negative and evil and selfish. Oh, you were being nice to me. It was all for show. Well, that is true. But they go farther than that. They go into, oh, the women will call the men gay or all kinds of crazy stuff. I had a friend who, some of my best friends who believed the most cockamamie things about different people and just spread rumors, just lies, outright lies. And then they would talk with each other and they would kind of swirl up the people would talk about the third party, about whom they were lying or spreading the rumor, and they would drum each other up to build an even bigger lie, misinterpreting all these different things. Oh, he was arrested, May, or something like that. Crazy stuff. And they have no clue what they're talking about. Isn't that interesting?